What up, what up, what up? We are live, baby. Literally last minute, 15 minutes before kickoff, people. Let's get the questions flowing. I am live now on Twitter. I am live now on YouTube. So let's get the damn thing going. Let's share the link. Let's get some people in here and let's get right to fucking business, people. Let's get these dubs. It is week 11, people. We cannot take no losses this week, next week, or for moving forward. We need to get these dubs. We need to lock in and not make stupid mistakes, people. We need to come to an agreement that any loss for the next 3 weeks is going to be a problem. A lot of people are in playoffs hopes. A lot of people are in playoff, push mode. A lot of people are just trying to get that 6th seed. You know what I mean? If you're in a league where 6 seeds are, then obviously, you have a chance to make playoffs. But again, you can't win them all. What up, my dude? Detroit. Chris, what's good, man? Ooh, I like this one. To kick things off, let's get spicy, man. Tannehill, I'm sitting this week. The Tannehill struggle tour is not over, man. It's been back-to-back weeks where he's putting up like 18 points. It's kind of like Jared Goff-ish area where he's facing like tough defenses, man. Today, I do not believe in Tannehill to be putting up anything above 20 points, 20, 25 points. It's kind of to the point where like I could have that on my bench and get that out of, another guy that you just asked, Matthew Stafford. I think I would take my chances with Stafford. I think this week and next week, Tannehill needs to get the bench with these tough defenses, man. It's not a good matchup for Tannehill. Carr or TB12? Hey, man, Derek Carr looked good the first time they faced the Chiefs. They came out with a dub. Carr didn't look terrible. The offense looked like they were in sync, looked like things were flowing. I don't think, TB12, it might be a very defensive game come Monday night against my Rams. I really think, I'm trying not to be biased, but these are two top 5 defenses, the Bucs and the Rams. So therefore, that's going to be a very defensive battle. You can't run the ball on us. We can't run the ball on them. Our DBs are going to give, Brady trouble, and they're going to give Goff trouble because Goff has been struggling for the last couple of weeks. So it's going to be very wishy-washy. I kind of want to sit, all these other people that are saying, start Godwin, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown. Our defense is not that bad. Our defense is actually a top 5 defense in both categories. It's going to be a struggle battle. I just don't know which way it's going to go. You know what I mean? It's going to be a great game. I'm going to be very happy. But TB12 with Aaron Donald on his heels, and he's looking for revenge. I'm telling you, that Super Bowl, Aaron Donald's pretty pissed off. So he's going to get his revenge. He's going to put, the paws on Tom Brady. So I cannot wait to see that happen. That's enough for you. Oh, man. Gio or Balaj today? Honestly, I like, Balaj today. I feel like he's very serviceable. He's been putting up 15 points back-to-back in PPR formats. He's found the end zone once in the last 2 weeks, so I definitely think the Jets is a nice little start. If start and forget at this point, I think, Lynn already named him as a starting running back. He'll get a heavy workload. The Jets defense still being a terrible defense that we all know. They're very trash. I really think that Gio does have a nice matchup as well. You know what I mean? Against Washington, but I just think I favor Balaj more against the Jets, being that they're 0 in like 100. So therefore, I'm going to go with Balaj this week as a full send. What up? Marquise Brown or Michael Pittman? Hey, man, I'm not a big Hollywood Brown fan. A lot of people have been saying he's still getting the targets. He's still getting the volume. He's leading. He's up there in the top table of being, targeted 20-plus yards. Eventually, Lamar Jackson will find him downfield, and it'll be a big kaboom play. It'll be a big, fantasy week that we've been dying to get out of Marquise Brown. But, man, I don't think that this will be happening anytime soon, being that we knew drafting Hollywood Brown, he's in a run-first offense, people. A run-first offense. You know what I mean? It's not really, dynamically around the offense to run through the wide receivers and et cetera, even though Mark Andrews is basically a receiver being targeted heavily, but Mark Andrews is a freak athlete. But, again, we have Willie Snead looking like a thing. We're having Willie Snead catch passes 20-plus yards. We're seeing Willie Snead find the end zone, but it's not Marquise Brown, and that's the problem. So I can't really start Marquise Brown to be confident. I can't even say, like, this is a good matchup that he has. I can't even sit here and tell you that Michael Pittman overall is a better start. But in this situation, we haven't had any life out of Marquise Brown. So I'm going with Pittman, man. I gotta feel comfortable when it comes to these Sundays. I gotta have at least a few people that are starting for gets, and I don't have people in my starting lineup to where I'm stressed the fuck out every single quarter where he's sitting putting up dud. You know what I mean? We're in the playoff push right now. If we're still having these questions, man, and we're still having these feelings, I don't want you to roll the dice on guys who have been iffy before you even got into this playoff mode. You know what I mean? The main goal here is to bring home the gold, people, and a lot of people are holding on to these guys for dear life, like Kenny Galladay. A lot of people are saying they're dropping them, you know. I wouldn't blame you. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that I just dropped the episode of saying who to keep and who to drop. Marquise Brown is like floating in between there. We need some life. This will be the game that we need life, or the next game. Other than that, he needs to go, man. He's not going to help you in the playoffs. He's going to burn you. So overall, over this rant, Michael Pittman. Ooh, Chark or Moore. Now, Teddy Bridgewater is deactivated. He is not playing. But DJ Moore, week after week, has shown us why you should be starting him regardless. Why you should be, you know, not really like dropping him or trying to trade him off. He pops up every now and again, and I think he's heating up into routine where, you know what I mean, where we can start trusting DJ Moore now. And I feel like Chark has big playability downfield as well. I definitely like Chark as well. This is like a toss-up to me because I own both of these guys. But Chark is facing a top 5 defense today. He has Pittsburgh today. That is not something I'm very comfortable with starting DJ Chark with a quarterback that needs to prove himself, basically. You know what I mean? I think he's 2 starts in. You know, DJ Chark blew up that 1 week, but again, it was against Houston. He kind of needed to. That was kind of like an alley-oop. Like, if you didn't, you suck, basically. But now he's facing this tough defense. Chark has to get the bench for me. DJ Moore, I feel more comfortable starting DJ Moore this week. But, you know, DJ Moore against the Lions or Chark versus the Steelers, I got to go DJ Moore in this situation, even with Teddy Bridgewater not playing. Standard scoring. What's up, man? Glad you were able to stop by. Shout out to Canada. You know, I didn't know people from Canada actually, you know, watch me, but, you know, shout out to you. If this is your first time here, make sure you like, subscribe, show some love, brother. But Keenan Allen or Ridley, man, that is a tough situation. It's a standard format, caveman format. We all know I do not like standard. I played standard my first year ever playing fantasy football. And I actually was in the championship and I lost because of standard format, because I heard about PPR. Then boom, you know, it changed my life. But standard situation, Keenan Allen, Ridley, you're more dependent on yards, you're more dependent on touchdowns. I like Keenan Allen in this setup. You know what I mean? Going against the Jets. The Jets defense is terrible, people. So I got to lean on the better matchup. I definitely like Ridley as well. I think he's healthy. I think he's playing. I definitely think the division game against New Orleans is very tough. Also, Saints defense is a tough matchup as well, but this is a division game. A lot of things be wishy-washy. These teams play each other twice a year, every year, people. So division games are a little, you know, wishy-washy, but Keenan Allen is a full send against the Jets, man. Good luck. What's up, bro? How you doing? I'm doing good, man. It's Sunday. Football is in T-minus about 6 minutes. So let's get the day going. What you got, man? Boyd or DJ Moore for flex? I like Tyler Boyd, my dude. I definitely like Tyler Boyd, especially if it's a PPR format, which it is. I definitely think Tyler Boyd cannot be sat for, you know, any situation. Same thing with T. Higgins for the owners out there as well. I definitely like Burrow. He's doing great things over there. Over DJ Moore, yeah. If you're sitting there, you're trying to roll the dice on DJ Moore, which, hey, I am, because I'm forced to at this point. I'm actually 6-4. I own Michael Thomas, so you already know my struggles there. I own DJ Moore and I own DJ Chark. So there's that little storytelling. So 6-4, not bad for owning those guys. And yeah, I gotta go with Boyd today. No problem, my dude. Cheers from Canada. Cheers from Jersey, my dude. Oh, McLaurin. Yeah, Scary Terry for the win there, ball. That is a full send for Scary Terry. I love what he's doing. He's going to be very explosive, man. I cannot wait. Like, God damn, like, we're already almost done with fantasy football season this year, and I'm already excited for Terry McLaurin to get his feet set for a good quarterback. You know what I mean? Maybe they go to the draft next year, they bring in a young buck, learn under Alex Smith, et cetera, et cetera. Scary Terry for the win for Dynasty for this week, next week, playoffs, full send, Scary Terry. Ooh. Faux show. Scary Terry for the win, man. Let me backtrack a couple. I missed a couple people. Chark or Moore. I think I answered this already. Going with Moore, 100%. My man Chris. Chark or Moore. Everybody got these questions, man. No Teddy. But Chark has Pittsburgh, man. This is a huge question. That's the third one. I can't rock against Pittsburgh, man. I cannot. The defense is scary, man. I know no Teddy. We shall see how that goes. PJ Walker, he was killing in the XFL. Maybe he can kill it today. Maybe he can run away with the job. Who knows? Let me get into some of my guys before the time is up, man. Time is flying. So, obviously, Todd Gurley will be sat today against New Orleans. Very tough defense. He will be touchdown dependent as well. I definitely don't feel comfortable with Todd Gurley in my lineups this week. I know he just came from a bye, so you're probably desperate at running back. So you're probably going to roll the dice, but do not expect big numbers from Todd Gurley. Another guy I'm sitting today, Melvin Gordon. I have not gotten life from Melvin Gordon. It's been like since week 4 since we've seen him put up fantasy relevant points, which is 22 points that he put up. And that's when Phil Lindsay was out. But Phil Lindsay has been out. You know, he's just now coming back, and we still haven't gotten anything from Melvin Gordon. We haven't gotten RB2 or RB1 numbers from him. So Gordon needs to get the bench. He has Miami this week. I don't know where the hell or how the hell Miami just got good out of nowhere. They beat my Rams. I think that was like a staple that their defense is legit. So I definitely like, Miami defense, for the rest of the season. But Melvin Gordon, which we're talking about now, he definitely gets the bench. I do not want any parts of Melvin Gordon or Lindsay until I see some type of life out of that offense. Drew Lock has not been looking great. He's not looking like, the Drew Lock that we thought he would be with Cortland Sutton, who's been out, obviously, towards ACL, Noah Fant. And then Jerry Jeudy, he's, here and there, making flashes, making plays, and et cetera. But overall, that offense does not look safe to play any of their players, going into this week. But moving on. Kirk Cousins. Now, I got Josh Allen on a bye. Kirk Cousins is a nice little plug-and-play against Dallas. Dallas is at the bottom of the table in all categories of pass and run, et cetera. They give up tons of yards, people. So this is a game where I think Kirk Cousins can eat. He could feast, and I think he's a nice little plug-and-play this week to bring at least 20 to 25 points if they end up throwing the ball, more than 20 to 25 times. So that's really what it's based on. It might be, game scripted to have, them run the ball down their throats, et cetera, Dalvin Cook for 2,000 yards, et cetera. But I think Kirk Cousins is a nice little plug and play for you guys who are dealing with guys on the bye week, a.k.a. Josh Allen, my hero, my boy. Next who I got Logan Thomas. Now, Logan Thomas is starting to cook up again. I mean, the first 4 weeks, the volume was there. He was getting the targets. He was getting everything that we wanted from our tight ends, to be getting those targets. So he's in that realm where he's getting targeted just as much as TK Hawkinson, Hayden Hurst. So he's in that ballpark area where volume is key. And that's what I like to tell people. Volume is key, people. He's getting the targets now with Alex Smith, him looking, tad bit better, not a tad bit better, but way better than Haskins. This is the QB, upgrade that Logan Thomas needed for him to be like let's say outside the top 10, tight end. So I definitely like the matchup. Cincinnati is second, giving most points to tight ends to fantasy points in PPR format. So I definitely like the setup. I definitely like the matchup. So Logan Thomas is a nice little plug and play. Full send it. I know the people who are watching this week, Eric Ebron was my guy, but I do not know what happened. It just crumbled. You know what I mean? You know what? Hey, it is what it is. But you got Claypool, you got Deontay Johnson, Juju. You got all those weapons around him. Now, when it comes to Washington, they only have Scary Terry, and then it's Logan Thomas. Then it's J.D. McKisson, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? So the situations were a tad bit, different. But this week, it should be a full send for him to be the second look, the second option, maybe even tied with the second options between, J.D. McKisson and Logan Thomas. So we shall see. So Logan Thomas, full send it, people. Again, if you're new here, if you're just joining, please throw me a sub. Please throw me a like, share, comment, whatever you guys want to do. Show me some love. Show me some support. It is now 1 o'clock. It is kickoff. Time for some football. Got to re-up the fridge on beer. And I will see you guys next week for another great episode of Real Deal Fantasy HQ with your boy LQ. Peace.